Hi everyone, Alan Knight here, and today we have a very special guest from the great city of Nashville, Tennessee. Where's your guitar? Are you going to be singing today, Sophie?
No, you don't want me singing. I
No,
can't
eh?
carry a tune in a bucket.
What's Nashville like? I've never been there, but I heard it's a fun city, right?
It is a very fun city. There is so much to do here, and a lot of people want to say it's country music, but it's all music. It really is music city, not country music city. Downtown has all kinds of music, and it's locals on up to famous people. There's a burlesque show downtown that's really amazing to go to. Lots of fine dining and lots of casual dining too. We have the Parthenon here, our own version of it, which is fun to go to, and lots of parks. And there's museums and all kinds of things to do here. It's really fun town. We
So,
have become known as the bachelorette party capital of the world. Unfortunately, in my mind, but all the bachelorettes out there love it.
that's good. Well, do you get when you walk down the main street or the downtown core, do you get the vibe? Could you pretty well tell it's like a music kind of city?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's music for galore. All the clubs are all music based, and there's tons of the trend now is different musicians having their own club. Blake Shelton has a club, Jason Aldean has a club, Kid Rock has a club, and there's a few others. Everybody's starting their own club downtown. So not only do you have the normal clubs we've had all these years, like Tootsie's is the big famous one, and so is the Wild Horse Saloon. Those are the two big famous ones. But all the big people are creating their own clubs too. So you've got it's yeah. I mean, we even have a Coyote Ugly from the movie Coyote Ugly. We even have one of those downtown.
Wow, sounds great. I got to visit sometime.
Yes.
So we'll get to it. And one of the reasons I wanted to interview you, and this year I want to interview as many people on my Zen Zone private group. But as you know, many people that I connect with are coaches. And coaches like myself over the years, one of the things we struggle with is we're pretty good at communicating, we're pretty good at having some compassion, we want to help people. But when it comes to marketing ourselves and scaling our business, that's where we can run into some trouble. So I thought we'd spend a few minutes just picking your brain. How did you how did you get into that arena of helping companies or individuals or entrepreneurs? You'll let us know who they are. How did you get into that? What happened? What made the shift into that arena?
Well, a little over 20 years ago, after I had my second child, I needed to go back to work to help support the family. But getting a job would all that money would have gone to daycare for our two kids, so that wasn't an option. So I threw my hat in the ring on the online world as a freelancer, and looking for remote customer service, executive assistants, those kinds of jobs being remote. And I found a gentleman who hired me for remote customer service for his online e-commerce business. And in over a 4 year period, I worked for him and graduated into running his business for him. And but I was doing it for a whole $12 an hour. I was running a $500,000 company from my home office for $12 an hour. I was overworked, underpaid, and burned out, and I was ready to go back to being a mom. So I quit, and I was a stay-at-home mom for a whole 8 months. And then the house started falling apart, and we had to fix all this stuff. So I had to go back to work again. And I did transcription because I have a good ear. I'm a fast typist, and I'm going to do transcription. And I found a company to hire me freelance from home. And that's where I was introduced to the coaches and consultants and online entrepreneurs that I now work for. I was transcribing their teleseminars of their trainings, of their clients, their people. And I learned all about the coaching industry, the info product industry, the course industry. And I was like, I want to work for these people. These people are amazing. So of course I'd already done my homework, and I knew I was worth well more than $12 an hour. And I just launched myself back onto the internet with a quick website and social media, and started networking and conversing and building relationships. And within 6 months, I had other virtual assistants asking for me to do subcontract work for them. They also then helped me launch my business. That was in 2009. Officially it's Sophie Zollmann LLC, but my tagline back then was virtually there for you, because I offered virtual assistant services in marketing and admin and all those different things. But over the years, I've grown, I've evolved, I got certifications and trainings that brought me into the social media management world, officially professionally certified, the online business management world, officially trained and certified. And so I began specializing, but I realized that, me by myself, which is what I teach my clients, I can't do it all. I can't grow my business and make the kind of money and serve the amount of people I want to serve as a solo. So I started building a team-based business, and now I have a team-based business that supports the coaches and the consultants and course creators out there in their marketing, their operations, and their admin, all of the areas of the back end of the business, so they can scale from the 6 and 7 figures on up and know that everything else is taken care of. They get to focus on their genius, they get to focus on what lights them up, and they get to build a lifestyle outside of the business that they don't currently have, because they're working 24/7 in the business. They don't really have a life outside of it.
Let me ask you this. In all the years that you've been doing this work, if you had to identify 2 or 3 things more than anything else that holds coaches back when it comes to what you're talking about, what are the top 2 or 3 things that hold them back?
One is trying to do it all themselves, trying to go alone and be a loner and do it all themselves. They aren't willing, they don't have the support they need in getting stuff off their plate. They're trying to do it all, work in the business and on the business. The other thing that that holds them back is not having a coach or mentor or mastermind group to guide them through the things that they don't know, because nobody knows it all. There's always somebody who can give you other perspectives of things you can do in your business to grow it, change it, those kinds of things. And then one of the other things that holds them back is marketing and sales, because they don't know what to do with marketing, and many of them hate sales, thinks it's icky, so they don't really develop an appropriate marketing and sales strategy and process that is in attunement and alignment with who they are and isn't icky. And so they suffer because they don't know how to market themselves, to get out in front of a people and to get leads generated and get on sales calls and convert them into clients.
Okay, so in terms of your ability to help them, what percentage of the clients that you have do you actually teach them how to do it themselves, which could be a challenge for some coaches, and what percentage is you and your team doing it for them?
It's 100% me and my team doing it for them. I don't get clients who want to learn how to do it themselves. They want to hire me to do it because they don't want to do it.
And you have enough of a team that you can do that.
Yes, and my team is always expanding as needed as well. I have a huge network of contractors and people that I can pull in and hire to do the work, so that I can always expand and grow the team, the business, and the number of people I serve and the number of clients I have. Yes.
Okay, so of the things, I'm sure there are many ways in which you help your client. Again, if we go back to the 2 or 3, what are those 2 or 3 or 4 of the most relevant, important things that you do for them?
A lot of it is taking their strategy and their vision and making the plan to put it into motion, to get it out in the world, and then managing it and assigning the tasks to the team to do the work. So we do the strategy and the implementation and the management of all those things, so that they can focus on the parts they need to do to grow the business, whether that's, get more clients, create more services, create more courses or products, whatever the case may be. We get them systematized and organized, and in a lot of cases even automated, because a lot of people don't even have all the automations they could have in place that really save everybody time, including me and my team. But we're also there for them to get a lot of the marketing off their plate, especially social media, because so many coaches and consultants know they need to be on social media, but they hate social media. They don't want to spend the time on social media. So we can really step up and come in and do their online marketing, because social media is only a piece of what they need to be doing. It's not the only thing. They need social media. They need blogs, newsletters. They need a lead magnet or something to get people on their list to be able to communicate and market themselves. And potentially a podcast too, because we can help them set up and run a podcast if they want to do a podcast as part of their marketing initiatives. All those things we can talk through and determine what's the best fit for them, the strategy to execute, and then we can execute it for them as well, so that they don't really have to do anything but approve what we're doing pretty much.
Now, what you often hear, or at least what I often hear from marketers and coaches, is that it's nice that they have everything set up and they have their website and they have their lead magnets and they have their SEO and they have most of the things in place. But it always comes back to, everyone seems to talk about the list. The gold is in the list. What if they don't have much of a list? Is that something you also do for them? And if so, how do you generate the list for them?
Yes, we can do list building as a part of our services for them. If they have a lead magnet or a marketing funnel, as it's being called now, where there's a plate, they have a free offer, someone opts in and they get a series of emails that nurture them, provide more value, and also upsell them to either a paid thing or gets them to book a call to be able to have a strategy session that then potentially turns into a sales call and they become a client. If they don't have any of that in place, we can actually get all that in place for them. We can help them develop a lead magnet or a free offer. We can help them develop the email nurture series that comes after. We can help them with the marketing of that lead magnet on social media through Facebook ads, through getting them on podcasts and things like that, to where they can get visibility. Because in today's world, a lot of it is about visibility, getting in front of people so they know who you are, and then you offer them that free thing so that someone can get to know them and what their expertise is by getting them onto that free offer and through into their list. And then, because there's the nurture series, but then there's also the maintenance, so to speak. You're going to want to continue with a newsletter and providing value through a newsletter preferably every week. And then, but you're also going to market to them when you're launching something. Your list is where you go to say, hey, you guys get first dibs. I'm doing this next month, or in 3 months, in a couple months, I'm going to have this program or this service. You guys get first dibs. You can give them early bird access and special pricing and, all those different things before you open it up to the public and market it again online. And we can help with all those different things, the strategies, the planning, the management, and the execution of all of that.
Okay, my last question before we wrap up and give some information to the audience is I'm assuming that your ideal client is not just someone who's starting up, who might not want to invest a lot of money, whether it be in Facebook ads. There's obviously other expenses that are going to be necessary. So would it be safe to assume that your ideal client is already quite successful, but is stuck in some way and needs to get to the next level?
Exactly. Yes. My ideal clients are the ones who have hit mid 6 figures to almost 7 figures and really want to hit 7 figures and beyond. And they're stuck because they don't have enough time in the day to do all the things that are required to get to that next level. Once you hit mid 6 figures to 7 figures, it really requires a team of people to do all the things in the back end. It's no longer about, okay, I'm going to have a virtual assistant to do my social media and to do this and to do that. They literally have to get all the back end pieces of the business off their plate to a team of people, including a manager, so that they can focus truly on delivering their services, creating new services, doing the things they need to do to be able to bring in additional revenue streams and additional revenue so they can hit that 7 figures and beyond. It's just they're stuck with having too much to do to be able to really focus on the revenue generating side of the things.
Fantastic. I know from our last conversation why I wanted you, you're really brilliant. You're a great communicator. I love what you do. Actually, you inspired me because I have a lead magnet, a new one that just went up called shytobold.com, so you can get your guided meditations with Alan Knight.
Awesome.
And I'll leave it in the video and the YouTube channel. So if somebody is intrigued by what you've talked about today, they're in the position where they can invest in themselves, how would they get in touch with you and what would be the process?
They can go to my website, sophiezoe.com, SOPHIEZ as in zebra O.com. They can learn all about me and my team there. There are several places to book a free call. I offer a free 30-minute chat with Sophie to learn more about us, for us to learn about them, their needs, and if we're a fit, we can go from there. I do have a lead magnet. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Taking Back Your Time. Which is all about getting everything off your plate to an all-in-one team like us. They can sign up for that on the website, and then they'll also be on my newsletter list, so they'll get weekly updates and valuable information. And then lastly, I have a podcast called Building Your Empire with Sophie Zoe. It's on all the podcast platforms. It is a great way for them to check us out, learn all of our different expertise and all the things that we do and talk about. And so they can also go there. And of course, I'm on social media almost everywhere. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Clubhouse. I'm not on TikTok, and I'm only on Snapchat for the family, not for business. You'll find me there, but you won't. I don't do much there, but I am definitely big on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter.
When are you taking over the world, Sophie?
This year, actually, this is my year to take over the world.
I'm one of your followers. I can tell you that.
Awesome, thank you.
I want to thank you so much, and just for the audience, if you're interested in taking yourself from shyness and insecurity to confidence within 60 days, you can go to shytobold.com. And those of you out there that would love to be a coach, or you're a coach now but you don't have an existing program, much of my attention this year is going to be to attract leaders who want to make a difference in the world and would be interested in my certified training program. So you can get in touch with me at alanknight.com. So Sophie, thank you so much again, and we'll talk to you. We'll have to bring you on again real soon because you're very brilliant.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to coming back anytime you want me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care.